Okay.
We'll call the meeting to order. We'll determine a quorum
David Ferguson,
here.
Daryl Ginn,
Here.
Jenny Beverly, Kellen Cronin.
Here.
Jim Klepfer.
We have a quorum. We'll jump right on to new business. Is Tim Hunt here?
Oh, you gonna do the minutes first?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Consideration of minutes.
Before we have a motion, I do have a correction to make. It's on page 5. Kind of toward the bottom. I misstated something when I spoke about the application for Anthony Williams on his special exception. And there was some question about parcel numbers being listed on the appeal application and then different parcel numbers listed on the special exception application. And I said that the appeal violation letter was only addressed to the 7691 address. It was issued only to the 7691 address. The application reflects the parcels pertaining to the race. That was a misstatement because in the file, I had a note on the appeal application. One parcel was omitted by mistake because there was a parcel line going through the map. And that was just a mistake of omitting that parcel number. And then the hayfield, that the parcel number that went with the hayfield was not listed on the appeal on purpose because it was never used as the race on the race that day. But the parcel that was omitted and then the hayfield are both listed on the special exception application correctly. So it was just a misstatement together from what I said. I mean, the violation letter was addressed correctly to that address that's listed here, the 7691, but that statement didn't go with the conversation that was had. There was a question and that I just didn't say that correctly. So the correction is that there was a parcel omitted by mistake because of a section line. I just didn't catch it, and Anthony didn't catch it on that should have been on the appeal. The race did happen on that day, just didn't happen on that parcel listed there. And then the hayfield was purposely omitted because it was never used on the race. So that's the only correction that I saw.
I'll move we approve the minutes with Lynette's correction of the minutes.
So just for clarification, because Lynette and I talked about this a little bit, I mean, it's not a correction in the sense that, I mean, so Lynette did say this, like, so what's reflected in the minutes is accurate for what you said at the last meeting. And so what I would suggest would be that you make the motion to add a footnote with the corrected information, because I don't want to mess up the record. I mean, this is in fact what was said at the meeting, but then including a footnote with the correction
clarification
as part of the minutes. So that way it's clear what the information was, if you don't mind.
Okay,
I'm not
yeah,
trying to step
I
on
move we
motion.
approve the minutes with the footnote that Lynette made in the minutes.
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Sounds good. Well, now we'll jump into new business. Is Tim Hunt here? Okay, Tim, can you step up to the podium? First, while you're walking up there, do you have your card? We'll go through them, and if you step up there. So while they're going through those cards, can you tell us in a nutshell what you got going or what you're asking of us?
Yeah, I've got a piece of property over on Sharon Hill, and in order to put a trailer there, I didn't know about it all, but I had to have my soil sample done. Well, when they did that, they found out I needed 300 more feet of lateral lines. Well, in order to put the 300 more feet of lateral lines where there just isn't enough room, because it's only like a 0.7 acres. So in order to set the trailer, I need to have it up farther. That way they could add the 300 feet of lateral lines. And it's just, I mean, you can see it. I think it's actually one pulled up on the computer. There just isn't enough room at all from 80 feet from the middle of the road to the beginning of where I want to put the trailer to add lateral lines, because the fingers go like right where you can see that RV camper thing is, it's on in the middle of the property. That's exactly where the septic tank is. And the fingers go to the back of to the left, back of the property, and they run all the way up to the woods lines of the adjoining property. So there just isn't enough room. So I guess I'm trying to get it to where I can move the trailer up a little bit. So that way they can add the lines on the reverse side
When you say up, you mean up from what we're seeing or towards the road?
towards the road. Like instead of like 80 feet, I think I put in like maybe 40.
And is it gonna say where it's at though? Or are you just going 40 feet?
Yeah, just
You're not moving forward or back, it's just 40 feet.
right, just 40 feet up towards the road. That way I can get the fingers in there.
Where, and maybe it'd be better to point at the paper, where would your trailer be exactly on that curve?
You see you can see like the step anchors that's there. You see them like. I think it's actually. All right, yeah, you can see the step anchors right down in the middle of it.
Oh, down there?
Yeah, those are step anchors. So about right, like right there on that, but like farther up towards the road. And be going long ways with the road.
Okay, so the curve won't, you'll be on the side of your buildings that are, or whatever that's there
Yeah.
now, so that it won't blind the.
No,
The camper's gone.
yeah, the camper's
The
going,
camper's where the 5 is,
yeah, that's a camper.
that's a camper,
Yeah, it was somebody that had owned it before, a friend of theirs, and that's all moved,
No.
cleaned up.
the building where the 3 is, that's still there?
That's still there. Before I think the power posts are too and all that. And the driveway to that property is right on the left side of that 3.
Okay. What's the? How far is the building there? Do you have any way of figuring that out?
If I was to be a gambling man, I'd say probably like 25, 30 feet at most.
It's like to the center of the road, 50, he's probably going off of the edge. of the
Yeah, he's
road.
probably gonna walk there, and that would make it.
It's pretty close to the road, that building, it was already there.
So the trailer wouldn't be any closer than the.
Right.
And also, I think there's a law on 18 feet of trailer, if like the trailer isn't 18 feet.
That is, after you left, we looked at the ordinances and that only applies in residential zones and your land is zoned ag. So
Okay,
all you need is a variance for the 40 feet.
awesome.
Yeah.
Did he have all the funds he needed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the cards. were-
Okay, good. Is there any other questions, guys?
So it won't be any closer than the existing building there.
That's way,
Okay.
Yeah, only say do like what I put on there because that way I have some flavoring, you know what I mean? Because I'm not 100% sure. I'm not a septic guy or nothing like that. So I don't know exactly what they need, but I know he said I cannot set the trailer on the fingers. I think they got 10 feet in between each finger, or something like that. That's how they do it. Yeah,
Okay.
right now, I don't. I gotta add 3 more lines, so 30 feet, I think it was like, I think 40 feet to probably do it.
Want to do the findings of facts?
The approval will not be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community. True or false?
True.
The use and value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. True or false?
True.
And the strict application of the terms of the ordinance will result in practical difficulties in the use of the property. True or false?
True.
Any conditions?
Don't see them.
Well, we need to make a motion.
I move we approve the variance.
Any other discussion? Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? You've got your variance, he'll need to come in or go in on that.
Yeah, you'll want to come and get a building permit. We need to get a hold of Josh, or you can call me and I can help walk you through that.
I think I talked to Josh, prior,
Yeah,
and he said, I gotta get my septic permit pulled. And then once they just pull that, then you come down here and pull the building permit.
Yes.
Pay the like 15 cents a square foot or whatever it is.
yes. And I'll either have your approved papers, your approved variance papers signed and waiting for you, or I'll just go ahead and mail them out to you.
All right,
Okay?
thank you all
Yep.
so much. Am I good or?
Yeah, you
Yep.
can leave.
Awesome,
You're
thank you.
good.
We won't make you. sit
Y'all have
there.
an awesome day.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
too.
you.
Is Calvin here? Yep. Go ahead, same procedure. If you give us your cards, we'll be checking them off and you can kind of tell us what you got going on and then maybe that helps speed some things up.
I'm just here for a variance because of the change in April, that a home has to be 10 years, anything over 10 years older. Septic was tested 3.5 years ago. It's taken me that long to get someone to move the home over in Kentucky to here. Otherwise, I had been
How old is your?
the 98 model Redmond.
Is this, is something you're living in over there and then moving here, or is it
No,
when you
it's-
purchased?
It's one I purchased almost 7 years ago and I've been planning on moving it. I've owned the property for 13 years now. I plan on putting a subdivision in there, but that kind of went sideways. So I plan on putting the home in there and I finally got it moved.
Is
And
it-
septic's been tested, everything's ready to go, just waiting on variance.
And on the trailer, has it been inspected at all, or?
No, I have the title, but I had to have it moved here before I could have it inspected, and then I wanna have the title retired because it's going on a block foundation.
Okay.
And then the home will be rehabbed. I mean, it's in great shape, but I plan on rehabbing it to sell for 225 to 250 when it's all said and done.
What year did you say it was? I'm sorry.
98.
Well, no,
98.
1998. Maybe it's a 97. 97, I've got the title. You need that.
Who you buying it from?
I bought it from an individual. I took it in on trade on another house that they were buying from me and then they decided to walk away from it, so.
And you are having it inspected, you said?
Yeah. Yep. I have no issue with that. I've already got the building permit applied for. Josh has everything set to go. So the only reason I didn't have a permit is because of the new changes you guys made back in April.
Well, what we did on the others, which I think we ought to kind of stay true is, and maybe you have to write verbiage, Lynette, on the other trailers we did. On the inspection portion.
Mhm. Yes.
That was-
Just a second.
That was last meeting, so it should be in the minutes.
You did have it inspected, you said?
No, he's going.
I'm
to.
going to, I'm gonna have the title retired. That way it becomes
Okay.
permanent.
Yeah, we just said we need an inspection on the home and need septic approval.
Okay, yeah, so for the variance, what I think we'll recommend is what we did before is you will have to get the septic done, which you've done,
Yep.
permit and an
That's what we
inspection done on the house.
No
To
problem.
make sure it's meets the standards.
And turn the inspection into Lynette, right?
Yeah, to get the
Josh,
variance
we
to
need get
Josh,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, he actually has everything ready to go. All he's waiting on is this.
Any other Anybody from the audience? I didn't ask the last time. Any concerns or questions?
Go for it.
Anybody, board, you got any other,
I don't.
what do you want to do the findings of?
The approval will not be injurious to the public health, safety, and morals and general welfare of the community. True or false?
True.
The use and value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. True or false?
True.
And the strict application of the terms of the ordinance will result in practical difficulties in the use of the property. True or false?
True.
In the conditions you want,
Inspected.
Inspected,
That's already been approved and permitted and ready to go. It was actually tested 3 years ago.
the septic, correct?
Yes,
Well, the house will need to be inspected too,
Yeah.
yes.
they'll have conditions as need inspection on home and need septic approval.
he already had the second approval.
Right.
Yeah.
For that, so then once it's installed, then Mike can inspect it, so.
I move we approve the variance with the inspection approval.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So you know what to do.
Yep.
Get hold of Josh once you get all that done and then come and get that variance.
Yep. Yep, I appreciate it.
Yep,
Have
thank
a good
you.
evening.
We have, some other business. Chad?
Yes.
You can state his name and the address and all that stuff.
Sure. Now, since we don't have one. moving.
Yeah, so I can say, yeah, if you would just state your name and address and.
For sure. Yeah, name's Marcus Gray. Address is 1000 East Dugan Hollow Road, Madison.
Lynette said you had some questions for us.
It was brought to my attention, I think we're gonna come down for the 100 High Street. The storage, we use it as boat storage. I think it's been brought up for zoning. A lot of that Brooksburg area is kind of funny zoning on 56 there, so. I didn't really have any questions. We just wanted to make sure we're doing the right thing. If we did get a conditional use permit, is that what we're going for, Steve?
Can you help me again on that address?
100 High Street,
Doesn't like that.
Brooksburg.
Yeah. Is there maybe a name?
Right behind the fire department.
100.
I don't
Should be
know what area.
100 High Street.
Are we around the,
Got more streets.
let's see, let's just see what we can find here.
You're getting close, right where you're at there.
It's right on 56.
Right next to the large field that's north of 56 right there. So, yeah, you're gonna get it there.
I think it's up here, right?
Yeah, close to that. So. You scroll down here, the barn is up right here. So this is the barn, that's an old tobacco barn, there's a parking lot there. And this is boat storage here that's used down through here, it doesn't go all the way out to here, but this.
What's in blue?
There. What's in blue is, yeah, the garage there, the storage.
The situation we have is, it's zoned, it has two zones. It's residential and now ag. And if I remember correctly, it's boat storage, is boat repair also? Or just boat storage?
We're just storing.
Just boat storage.
Yeah, it's just storage.
Okay.
Boat
Now I'm doing
storage.
my
There's
own
some
personal
box
storage.
storage.
Yeah, stuff I do.
And now with the new UDO, storage units or boat storage or any kind of storage warehousing is not permitted in the ag district. And I can show you, the zoning on it, so you can see what's zoned residential and what's zoned. Ag. So it's kind of hard to see. Oh, maybe it all went to ag, hang on. Okay, so where the X is, which is up here where the building is, that is zoned residential, R1. And then this down in here, where the storage is at, is, oh, that's also zoned R1. Okay, so it's down here. That is zoned ag. Yeah,
And are you putting boats all the way down on 5 and 6, or is all the boats staying up in the R1 district?
They're in the 5 and 6. I mean, just that field right in front of the barn there, yeah,
So you've got boat storage in 5, 6, 7, and 8.
pretty much, yes.
and and so the 7 and 8 is residential, 5, 6 is ag.
And only the ag needs the
Well, the problem is with the new UDO,
one end,
they're not, it's not permitted in either
either
one.
one, so it need a variance, wouldn't
Well,
Is there a conditional use?
I don't think,
That's, no,
no.
or special
a special
exception?
exception,
special
yeah,
exception.
right.
Um,
I'm sorry, I didn't look this up earlier and I should have. It's
Is
been a
it-
while since I looked at it.
Is this a new use? They're doing this, they haven't done this before?
They've done it in the past and we've just never, never come to the board to get a corrected zoning on it.
So this is something you're
corrected from
doing
them.
now. You're
Yeah.
not changing to it, you're not adding to it. This is in play now.
Yeah, this is what's been. It's
Wouldn't it be
been used as
grandfathered?
for the last few years, but
To be
Last few
grandfathered.
years. Well, it would, yeah, so potentially it would fall under the old zoning ordinance, and so
Yes.
we could treat it under the old zoning ordinance.
Okay,
I didn't think that was some residential like a year ago, was it?
that one was, and the ag was G1, which
Okay.
is recreational. So it was
Yeah.
residential and then recreational.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it went to, the all recreational left and was replaced with ag zone.
Okay,
Is it permitted? Was it previously permitted in recreational?
No,
They would
but
needed something
it would
that-
have, yeah, we probably could have found some storage unit or some storage warehousing to fall.
But it would have been
within
conditional
that.
use.
It would have been a conditional use.
I mean, I would say that you and I can look at the old zoning ordinance and help them walk through a petition under the old zoning ordinance. 'Cause I
Okay.
mean, like, if the use has been continuing,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good.
So how long have you had boats there doing the storage?
since purchase and even, which I don't even know when that was,
Yeah,
4
that's what I
years
think.
ago.
Yeah, but probably 4 years.
I drive that road all the time,
Yeah.
going to my farm, it's been there before that,
Yeah.
the boats out there.
Yeah. Also, we have a permit in place from the state to put a highway entrance. So there's not gonna be like people driving into through Rooksburg and, we're trying to keep everything out front.
did the office receive a complaint?
I'm sorry.
Did the office receive a complaint?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we'll just have to wait for Pat to get some
Well, yeah, I mean,
background on this and then get back with you and is that,
yeah, Lynette will be in contact with you. We'll chat and Lynette will be in contact with you about what the appropriate application would be. You'll have to come to another meeting to
Of
have
course, yeah.
that application reviewed, but
Of course, yeah, that's fine, that'll work.
yeah.
So you want us to just reach out to you, Lynette, later, or?
Yeah, give me a couple days. I'll
Oh,
try and
yeah.
reach out to you on Friday or
That's my
something.
phone and chair here, sorry.
You're good.
Um,
We'll,
yeah.
maybe next week or something, we'll reach out to you.
Yep.
And see what form we need to proceed with
Yep.
whatever application we need to.
Yeah.
Sound good?
When do you think the state's gonna cut your highway?
Actually, the permit's in place. It's kind of on me to get it done now.
Okay,
Matter of other things I gotta do going on. I'm trying to work it in,
okay, sure.
Permit's been there for a year,
Yeah,
too.
Okay.
actually started moving some dirt here a while back up, to make the approach and stuff, but putting out one fire at a time.
Right. Well, if that's, unless you got more questions, we'll work on that, and Lynette will get with you then.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll do that.
Get this figured out, so,
Perfect. Yeah, we can touch base next week.
yeah.
See what meeting we need to go to an application to do.
If you want to give me your phone number, you can leave it on that sheet if you want, or if you just want to call me, that's fine too.
Perfect.
Okay.
I'll put it down here.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Any other business? From anyone? Anyone?
Next meeting is September
Uh,
5th.
the 5th.
Yeah.
We have business.
Yeah, if we have this.
We're looking for something.
Adjournment.
I moved it, adjourned.
Thank you, sir. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
We're out.